pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Yes, this is Wrestling with Savage, the greatest late night talk show in the world. And I don't know if it's Tom's Wi-Fi or what it is. Is he just shaking the thing? Let's bring Tom in. Let's see what's going on with Tom's cell phone. My God, Tom, look at the difference. I see you in fucking HD. How you doing?
Doing well. How do I sound?
All right. You sound fucking fantastic, man. You sound like you're in the 21st century. Welcome to 2023. Flip your phone so we have that beautiful wide shot. We can see your gorgeous, beautiful face. Look at that. Boom. Look at that. Total what Tom has entered the fucking new year. He's a new man. You see the difference?
I certainly do.
Anthony, do you see the difference?
Yeah, I do. Tom, just set it down. Find something for it to lean on.
Yeah, bro. Just lean it against the fucking cup or something.
There you go.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. We've done it. Look at Tom go. He's here.
Tom's in the new era.
We got it. The crowd is here. Doesn't it feel nice to be able to show people things and they can actually see it and you're not freezing and you're not lagging?
I like that. This is nice.
Tom, why don't you want to cut a promo in HD?
You want me to cut a promo right now?
I
want to say thank you to Savage for explaining to me how the phone I have is better than any fucking computer that is in the market right now. And I've been working off a fucking shitty Chromebook for 3 weeks since I've been on this podcast. And I want to thank you very much.
You're very welcome, man. I'm glad to see that your phone is... Once you told me what phone you had, I said, what are we doing here? And here we are. Now we can talk about Monday Night Raw and we can listen to No Mercy. Hear that right there? You know what that is?
I hear it.
That's from No Mercy. That's from No Mercy. That's a game that I'm better than anyone at, Tom.
There is one thing, though, Savage. I don't see any of the admin capabilities on this.
Well, that's okay. You just got to log in from your phone. Later on, you'll do that. Don't worry about that right now. It's probably better off you don't have any of the admin things yet, because sometimes you do some funny shit. I'll click a comment, and you click it off, and then you'll put on another one.
Yeah.
So I got to get used to that.
I fucked up Crowbar.
Poor Crowbar. Crowbar is going to body slam you. Johannes is here. Look at that, Anthony. Johannes Valentin is here. Greetings from Germany. Our channel, do you know one of the countries that watches us the most is Germany and India.
Wow.
Savage is huge in India. Kind of like David Hasselhoff. He has what? I think he's Germany, right? Germany's...
I work for a German company. I wonder if Johannes has heard of them.
Wow, maybe you can ask him. Johannes is in Germany. He watches. He loves. Go ahead.
The company I work for is called LAP. They're a wire and cable manufacturer in Stuttgart.
All right. As Dave would say, that's about as boring as something Paul, the producer, would have to fucking say.
If he chats back, let me know.
Yeah, you could look at the chat, I think. You could always open the chat in your Chromebook. You could have YouTube open and you could be watching it, spreading the word, sharing. You could be going wild in groups right now. You could be doing all kinds of things.
What? I mean, I could be on Pornhub and on this at the same time?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not, Tom? You could step it up. Life is great when you actually unlock the true power of the mind and the ability to multitask. See, when I sit in my chair here I think what happened is one day I tried to show Anthony how to do all of this. I do everything that I do in like 10 minutes. Right. And I think I blew his fucking mind up. Because he's like, yeah, I got it. He's got it, all right. Anthony is the fucking man. And Anthony has a permanent place on Wrestling with Savage. He's coming along for the ride, Tom. And when the day comes and Savage is in control of the professional wrestling business, and you know what? Eventually, I might not even have to wrestle. I might not have to manage. Because Jay knows this for a fact. I would love to just become a professional No Mercy player, and anyone in the world who thinks they're good can challenge me for 500.
You want to know what you should do? You want to know what you should do, Savage? This would be really cool. I could find something like a little TV or bring like my laptop or something, and bring the system with you, and then at the con have somebody like challenge. If somebody challenges you, you just do it right there.
That's a fucking fantastic idea, Anthony. Too bad I thought about it about 4 fucking weeks ago. But I love you for having that idea, and we are going to do that. Now, Jay, look at me. Jay, I'm going to put you on fucking blast right now because I want you to tell the people the truth. Savage doesn't talk a lot of shit unless he can back it up. Let's be honest. I don't talk shit about baseball because I can't fucking swing worth of shit. I don't talk shit about fucking volleyball because I don't play it. I don't talk shit about bowling because I don't bowl. But I talk shit about No Mercy. Jay, you've witnessed me do some shit in No Mercy. In your opinion, from everyone you've ever seen play the game, do you think that I am possibly the best No Mercy player in the fucking world?
It could possibly be. We have to see. I want everybody to come out in May. I want everybody to challenge Savage, see if you could take down one of the living legends in No Mercy. But we have to wait and see, man. I know what you could do. The question is anybody up for the challenge?
I want to know. Tom, do you play No Mercy?
I play a lot of the SmackDown games.
SmackDown? Are you playing the new one, 2K23?
No, I haven't played a game in like 15 years. I'm on
Fuck, man, really?
PlayStation 2. I use my last system.
Is that your last system? PS2? Holy shit.
Wi-Fi. I mean, the Nintendo one. What's the
It
Nintendo
makes sense because your fucking stream before this was like in the PS2 level. Now you're in the fucking PS5 zone right now.
Yep.
Might need to get you a PS5. You know, you don't even have to pay for it. We could probably start a GoFundMe, man. We'll get you a PS5. Tom needs to step into the future. He's a good dad. What does that say? Sheetamania? Shetamania. Okay.
Yeah.
What's that about?
My friend owns a I forgot. He owns a shed store, and once a year they have Shetamania, which is like WrestleMania. Pretty cool.
For dogs?
No, sheds for people, like your backyard.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, I love how you're always putting somebody over, man.
Yeah.
The other day, we had Crowbar on the show. I thought it was a very fun interview. Kind of glitched out in the beginning in the original broadcast. We had to cut it because for some reason we could hear Crowbar, and then when we went live, we couldn't. So we did it again, and we went for about a little over 2 hours. Jay, you should have been there. It was fun. Crowbar had a lot to say about everything in the business, every aspect. Tom, I wish you could have been like this for that interview. I would have let you talk a whole hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay. The upcoming events real quick before we get into Monday Night Raw. This Thursday, I'll be doing a preview show for BPW Crash Course. Okay. It's coming to you live from the Premier Streaming Network, and you can pre-order that now. I'll be on the commentary table. It's going to be a hell of a show. I'll get into the matches later. We also have ISPW on the 24th. I will be there. Live. I'll be there live. So you might want to come on down to that. But we're not here for that. We're here for Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw started off with a bang. Did it? I don't know. We're talking about it right now. But 2K23 is a fire video game. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. It reminds me a lot of No Mercy, Jay.
I don't have it.
You'll like it because now the right bumper, you can dodge.
I'm honestly intrigued in this game and Resident Evil 4 that comes out Friday.
They stepped it up with this one. It's way better. It feels like an old school wrestling game. I like it. This is how Raw starts off, though. It starts off with our two beloved superstar baby faces now, right? Over like fucking Rover. And I called it. I said night one of Mania would end up being the tag team match between Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and the Usos. Mark Henry didn't like to hear it. Bully Ray said, as much as I love tag teams, I'd love to see that. That's just not going to happen, kid. Well, fucking guess what, Bully? It fucking did, and I fucking said it would, goddammit. Because I know
Who's a noob?
What do you think about it, Tom? Are you hyped? I'm so fucking hyped that this is going to be the main event. A tag team match is going to be the main event of WrestleMania. As a fan, yes, it is. What do you mean?
They're talking about Rhea and Charlotte.
No. This is the biggest storyline in wrestling. It has to be the main event of night one. They have earned it. The Usos have earned it.
As of now, it's not.
What is?
It's Rhea and Flair.
I don't think so. I don't think so, buddy.
I'm serious.
To me, that would be a major mistake.
As of right now.
Charlotte
it's not final.
It's not final. On New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve, and she's going right into the main event like that.
It's not final though.
here's why they're saying, because apparently, because I was watching JD last night and he talked about it last night. It's because Charlotte wants to have that accolade on her list of accolades, saying that she was the first woman to headline 2 WrestleManias.
She'll have plenty of opportunities to do that again. This is something that has never happened before. It's never been done before. The Usos have the longest reign in tag team history. Their run is historic. Sami Zayn has one of the most organic rises in the history of professional wrestling, from being hated to being beloved. Kevin Owens main evented last year with Stone Cold Steve Austin. It makes
I'm gonna tell you.
sense.
I'm gonna tell you. If you would have asked me the question, we should main event, I'm gonna give you my answer. I would be like, I have no answer. I wouldn't know what to say.
If you're booking that card that night, though, you're not putting them.
Call. I think this
How about
is
you,
probably
Tom?
one of the toughest calls.
You have the pencil. What are you doing?
Night 1 is the tag team.
It just has so much more significance and meaning. And there's no way Charlotte wants. Listen to this. Do you think Charlotte wants to come out after Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn?
Nah,
She's
thinking
not
of the
going to be
consequence.
able. She's not going to be
That
able.
crowd's going to be dead after that match.
Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking, like, I feel like women will then start to complain, and certain people will say stuff and complain on social media.
And you know why
I
the
just feel like it's gonna
storyline,
be
Jay, would be better? If they main event night 1 and then lose, it adds so much more to the storyline between Cody and Roman, because now it's the Roman's going in with the bloodline already being like dethroned.
I just think it's anybody's bowl game. As of now, they saying Rhea and Flair. As of now, that's
We'll
why
have to wait and see. But
as of now.
this is how Raw does start off. Sorry to interrupt you, Anthony, but
No.
I just want to get through this segment
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit. We see the Usos coming out here. They're gonna, mix it up just a little bit. Sammy almost catches that haluva kick. That would have been nice. The refs have to come out. They have to break it up. We see Roman, Solo, Paul Heyman. They just arrived to the arena. And, the Usos get a glimpse of that, and they don't want nothing else to do with it. So they back up. They go back. They get out of there. And that was the end of that. Next was going to be this. But go ahead, Ant. You had something to say about the Bloodline?
I would rather, me personally, I would rather see that main event, because if you put over Owens and Zayn, that's how you want to end night 1. You don't want to end night 1 with the crowd being dead. You want to end night 1 with the crowd being alive and cheering for those 2 guys. Charlotte and Rhea are not going to put on the show that those 4 guys are going to put on.
No, not at all. It's going to be listen, no offense to Ripley or Charlotte. It's going to be a great match. But as far as emotional investment goes, they have not done what the Bloodline story has done. The investment is not comparable. Not even close.
Agreed.
Yeah, of course. I agree with that.
Yeah, we got a lot of people in the chat. Was it Jake Maker? Stay tuned. Who else is here? You guys.
Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Willie
Jim Baker,
P's in the
Steve
house.
Toole, Willie P.
5-star
I
status.
like it. We're gonna get right back
What's
into
up, Willie?
it. We're gonna talk more about the Bloodline tonight anyway, because they'll be back. Roman is gonna be on Raw tonight, and you have to wait and see what's gonna be said. But now we're gonna get into a match that's actually a very good match. I loved Austin Theory's look. I like that he got like a new kind of entrance thing going on, the spotlight on him, and you know what? Coming down and putting down Montez Ford, who's very impressive. They were both impressive. Good spots, fast-paced action. There was no real breaks, even after the high spots. Theory was impressive tonight with a clean win to continue to build his momentum towards the biggest match of his life. Tom, what did you think of this match?
I'm thinking that we're probably going to see a long-term program with these 2. If I had the book, okay, I would have these guys feud up until SummerSlam. I think they're both equal in their presence in the ring, their stature, move sets. I think they really work well together. I was so happy that Austin Theory won clean, because you still got to make him the man. But if anyone's going to take that U.S. title from Austin Theory, I think Montez Ford. I think they have to split him up from his tag team and give him the singles run.
That's probably going to happen. Jay, how about you? What was your take on this?
Thought it was a good match. Probably one of the good matches they had on Raw tonight. I thought Austin Theory was obviously the obviously winner that should come out of this. I thought the entrance that you spoke about, I think if it just has a little pyro, it would be perfect. I love the new entrance. If that's where you're going WrestleMania, I love it.
All he needs is this.
Yeah, overall was a good match.
He adds a little bit of that to his entrance.
But for me personally, guys, like I know we talk about Ford and all the amazing stuff he can do in the ring, but to me, Dawkins is my guy. I think he's been the most impressive in 2022. Even 2023 has been carrying it on. I think he will have an impressive solo run, even though Ford is good, even though he showed us a glimpse of what he's going to be solo. Do I see these guys having future feuds? Quite possibly, but I think Theory's a little beyond past that.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong, man. Theory was on the mic saying Ford did not believe in me, but now he does. And John, you don't believe in me either, but after WrestleMania, you will. I'm pretty sure John Cena's taking the L on this one, guys. Does anybody think I'm wrong about that?
No.
I'm going to take Theory.
I'm taking Theory. I'm taking A-Town down. He's going all the way. Yeah. This kid is one of the next challengers for the world title.
Or you got to film a movie or something? Some Fast X or something?
Probably. Peacemaker season 2-3.
He's out.
Cena's done. Yeah. Bloodline back again. We see, this was a little bit of a long segment. Roman was talking a little bit, saying it wasn't a good start to the night. Uso said we took some shots, but nothing, hurt me like being taken away from my brother. Then sit in here and have to answer it like it's my fault. Jimmy says I will never forgive Sami Zayn for this. Roman says I hope so. Wise man, please get everyone out. Jay, you stay. Says it's been a minute. Haven't heard from you. Now you're back making decisions. Are you with us? Are you Bloodline? Are you still my family? Jay says I'm with you. I'm Bloodline, Oos. That's all I needed to hear, says Roman. I'll see you later. I love you. Not a bad little segment. Adding some story to it. I see Roman and Jay having a program next. That's what I see. They're building it from here. This storyline's not even close to over.
No.
I don't think Jay gets a lot of credit, and I'm gonna go back to Friday Night SmackDown. He cut one hell of a freaking promo in the ring. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought we could all see what he could do. Savage, I'm gonna agree with you, but here's the twist. I think that will only happen if the Bloodline loses all the titles at WrestleMania. That's the only way I could see them moving forward with Roman and Jay. But like I said, I still got Roman as the winner at WrestleMania.
This year, we'll get into that later. I'm going to save my thoughts.
There's more I gotta say, but overall,
we have the whole main event to talk about that.
Jay is impressive here, though. He's very impressive. His facial expressions were on point. Both guys, tremendous. Roman is. I think Jay doesn't get enough credit for what he does.
Listen, this whole storyline, it took a while to even win me over. I'm very stubborn when it comes to certain things being forced on me, and that's what the Bloodline was at first. It was forced on me, but they've done a hell of a job with it, man. And even I'm interested in it, so it must be good. All right, I love this shot too. Just great shot right there of the best manager in professional wrestling today until I get his fucking job. But here we go, fatal four-way tag match. Is anybody excited about this? I mean, at least they're getting a spot at Mania.
Well, does the winner get something, or this is just a filler?
I think the winner gets a title shot, probably, is what I would assume.
I'm going Street Profits.
Oh, God.
Maybe that's how they break up. No, I think they break up at this.
You know what? I'll give it to Alpha. Give it to them.
Nah, he's going to go with Maximum Male Models. I think this is going to be Ricochet and Strowman's night. Sorry, especially after what I saw tonight from Ricochet, who's like, honestly, when you look at Ricochet, he can have a match with any human being in the world.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think that they should do like a turn with the Profits. I think
I only want that for Ford, so Ford can go have the single run.
Yeah, but I mean, you could also you could have that. Like you could bring them. You could bring that split and then bring them back at a certain. I don't know.
I get what you're saying. You're just trying to hold on to the Street Profits, but you need to let that go because Dawkins is going to be released the moment they break up.
Yeah, and then Tony Khan's going to grab it.
Dawkins has actually stepped it up. He's the most improved. But he's got no singles career. Let's be honest.
Yeah. But who would you stick him?
Dawkins?
They both have solo careers, I think. Hell yeah.
Really? As a jobber?
Is in SmackDown.
He's a jobber, yeah. How about you, Tom? You see Dawkins over Ford in the solo scene?
No.
No, I like Ford.
That's what it is.
I agree with that.
I also agree with Stay Tuned. I don't know why, but Stay Tuned.
I love Marty Jannetty, but look what happened after him and Sean broke up, okay? I mean, like, do I have to say anything else?
That's what I thought. I think he's
my pick for this match is the Viking Raiders, and I have to agree with Stay Tuned, even though I hate agreeing with him or her.
But Viking Raiders have been losing. I mean, the only team here that's been truly winning is Ricochet and Braun Strowman.
Which makes it perfect, right? Do you recall their matches in NXT?
You're telling me
Raiders? There was a time when I did watch NXT, and the Viking Raiders.
Viking Raiders are just as good as like teams like FTR in some degrees. They're not as good as FTR, but they can wrestle on that level. You know what I mean? Make it look real.
But you're telling me
I got nothing against them.
But you're telling me you guys wouldn't want to see Street Profits and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens? I would love to see that shit. That would be one hell of a tag match.
That would be fun. That would be a fun match. Absolutely. I think it would probably be the most entertaining match of the combo. And maybe they lose there, and that's where they break up. I guess there's some options here. I guess we'll have to wait till WrestleMania. It's coming up to see what's going to happen with this match. We see Adam Pearce having an interview with Byron Saxton. Gonna get interrupted by Chelsea Green, who's a superstar, and she wants to speak to the manager. And, I don't know how she doesn't know by now that this guy's the manager. She's talked to him like 5 times, Chelsea. For Christ's sakes. Does anybody give a shit about this?
No.
The floor is yours. Great. I love it. Okay. How about this guy? Does anybody have anything to say about MVP and Omos coming down to the ring?
I thought it was ingenious how they portrayed this match with the vignette. They didn't have either one of them get in the ring because Brock and Omos can't talk. And they made it look like a big fight. They gave the statistics of how tall they were and how much they weighed and what the size of Omos's hands were. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make us forget that Omos failed miserably in the beginning, and they're almost like starting anew. So I'm all for it.
This is what they're trying to do, man. They're trying to create some kind of like iconic moment.
Exactly.
The immovable object versus that whole thing. They're trying to recreate it. So now that we're up to this part, and I love this picture. I mean, when I look at this picture, I almost have as much love for this picture as I have for my son. You know what I mean? And I love my son more than anything in the universe. But when I look at this picture, I can't help but get goosebumps. I can't help but feel emotionally invested. This is one of my first memories in life, is watching a room of men and women erupt when this Hulk Hogan picked up Andre the Giant and slammed him down on the mat in a time where people thought everything like it was real. It was real to me, damn it.
But, I mean, first of all, isn't Brock bigger than Hogan?
Yeah, maybe. No, not really. Not back then. Not in this picture. In this picture, Hulk Hogan was like probably 6'7", 6'8"-ish with boots.
6'8". He's
6'8". Well, I'm talking real height. Real height was probably 6'7", boots 6'8", 24-inch biceps, 325 pounds. So no, Brock was not bigger than Hogan, I don't think. Brock, I don't think it was ever over 300 pounds. He was always around the 290, 280, 270.
But with Andre was taller and like a little bit more, like he was, let's just say, he was a little bit taller and chunkier.
Andre was a god. Andre could pop you in the head and kill you.
I am not saying anything bad about Andre the Giant.
Better not.
But, I mean, Omos isn't him. Inside.
Of course not. No, there's no comparison at all. They're not trying to recreate Andre. They were trying to recreate just a magical moment of some kind of beautiful picture. Well, the reason why I'm showing this is I wanted to talk to you guys about some of your favorite WrestleMania moments. So by doing that, I'm going to show you my 3 favorite WrestleMania moments, and this is number 1. Just historically, it has to be always number 1 in my heart when I really break it down. Number 2 is right here. Number 2 is right here. This, to me, as a child at 6 years old, I absolutely lost my mind. This match obliterated whatever brain cells I had left and just blew my mind that it was even a possibility of seeing this match when, you know, these guys to a kid like me were like two gods going at it. And you didn't care who won, you didn't care who lost, you were just happy to see it. Because they were both awesome. That was for me. And then number 3.
Oh, that was a good
And it's
match.
funny that all my top 3 Mania moments, I'm sorry to all the Triple H's and the Stone Colds of the world, at the end of the day, my top 3 Mania moments all feature one man. His name is Hulk Hogan. Iconic. You see him here? Here he is at WrestleMania 3. Here he is at WrestleMania, what is this, 18? 15 years later, still stealing the show, making more money than anyone in that building, including The Rock. Case closed. I want to know, what are your, and we'll go to Tom first. Tom, what are your 3 favorite WrestleMania moments? If you can't name 3, give me whatever you can.
I'll agree with the first 2 that you did. Well, I'll take Savage versus Steamboat first in WrestleMania 3, and then I'll take Hogan and Andre, also in WrestleMania 3. But then my favorite moment of all time is when Benoit beat, and I hate to bring him up, but I have to.
No, it's fine.
Benoit, when he beat Triple H and Shawn Michaels in that 3-way match in WrestleMania 20 at the Garden, and then
Beautiful.
at the end of the Garden, he had the belt and Eddie Guerrero had the belt and the balloons came down, and it showed to me that you didn't have to be the size of Andre the Giant or Hulk Hogan to main event or hold the championship, because those 2 guys were considered small, but they were the best wrestlers.
Mick Thomason in the house, his favorite moment of all time. And
Wrestlers! Oh my God. Well,
he's in the house, and his favorite moment right there is Stone Cold versus Shawn Michaels, which was a great Mania moment. And I love Tom's picks as well. Those are all great picks. Anthony, do you have 3 picks? By the way, great picks, Tom.
Thank you. My phone's going to die. You didn't tell me about this.
Well, I'm glad you're with it, though. Look, you're improving by yourself. You're multitasking. I love it. We're watching Tom transform. Go ahead, Anthony. What are your 3 favorite WrestleMania moments?
I'm gonna go for this one. I'm gonna go with a match. It was correct me if I'm wrong, the Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels ladder match.
Okay, beautiful match. WrestleMania 10, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also at the Garden.
One of the greatest matches of all time, many people will say. I hear people say that all the time.
Wasn't Undertaker and Michaels?
Undertaker and Michael.
WrestleMania 25. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one, Anthony? The first time or the second time?
Oh my! I don't know. Both of those matches were really good. I think
all those matches were fire. Even the ones with
There you go,
Triple
my
H.
top 3.
Those were all fire. Okay. All right. Jay, how about you?
Well, that was one of WrestleMania 25 was one of my top 3. Damn, there's so many.
Nah, you got to pick the one that made you the feels, man. That's the one. You don't have to think
I'm
hard.
gonna, you know what? I'm gonna put my Mount Rushmore guy there. I'm gonna put John Cena versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 23.
Okay.
Just for the fact that how that finish came about. That was a really great match, I think. And then I'll put WrestleMania 12.
Great, yeah, Iron Man match. You can't beat that. Last night I was playing the showcase of 2K23, and it's with John Cena, of course. And you get to beat up John Cena the whole showcase. You're playing all these other characters, beating the hell out of John Cena. And last night I got to beat him up as Brock Lesnar when John Cena competed for his first championship ever as a young, brash, hip-hop rapper, talking shit to everybody, talking shit to Michael Cole. And yo, what a hell of a performance. From Cena. He lost. He lost, but damn, bro. Like, it's nice to watch back matches that you don't really remember too well.
What I want to get everybody's opinion on this one. What did you guys think of the WrestleMania when Lesnar broke the streak with against Taker?
I didn't think he was the guy. He was already established.
Man.
He already had a legacy. He didn't need that to do anything for him. That did
Gave
nothing
it to
for him.
Roman.
You could have gave it to Roman. You could have gave it to Edge. You could have gave it to CM Punk if he was going to
Roman was
stay.
the perfect
Honestly, I would rather see.
I would have given it to Randy Orton.
Nah, I would have given it to Roman.
I would have given it. I would have given it to Triple H or Shawn Michaels.
You know what I would have did? I would have given it to nobody. Fuck that. Goes out undefeated.
Yeah. But Taker said if he had a choice, he would have gave it to Roman. Should have been Roman.
That makes sense with the way Roman is right now, but Roman didn't need that either. They had a plan for Roman.
I think
obviously.
he needed it that year. I think he did. That year, I think he did need it.
Yeah, but he would have got
the year he fought Taker. The year he fought Taker, I don't think he needed it. But
every WrestleMania has that one moment, bro. Every WrestleMania has that one moment that steals the show. I'm wondering what that's going to be this year, and I don't know why I have a gut feeling somehow, some way, Logan Paul and Seth Rollins are going to find a way to snatch that moment, that spot, something wild that we've never seen before.
Honestly, but to me, I want to see that tag match take the weekend with Owens, Sammy, and the Usos. I want to see that.
See, I got a problem with that match. Here's my problem with that match.
Go ahead.
It's been built for a year. Bloodline, fantastic, great storyline. We've probably seen the history of WWE. You cannot have a straight up match. I don't think it makes any sense. I think you have to make it like some type of brawl match or some stipulation.
Street fight.
I just can't see it as a regular match because of the bad blood and bad intention that's been building. So I don't know if you guys agree on that, but I think
I agree with you on that, Jay.
A match, not like a straight up tag match. We have to see some type of stipulation going on here.
I 100% like a street fight.
Something.
Yeah, I agree.
You could do like call me silly, but you could do. I guess I'll take it from other people's promotions. You could do a lights out match. Why not? And guess what? If you do the lights out match, and let's say whatever, they get the win, they're both gonna come over.
Listen, man, any match you book is gonna be better than this.
It'll be a great Cinderella story, and the Usos didn't even look that bad.
Anybody have anything to say about this match? Which basically a squash match, right? Omos just destroyed Ali. Ali was trying to have like some kind of positivity, and Dolph Ziggler was watching in the background. Now is the time, boys. Open floor.
I do. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't know Omos, he's been debuted for the past 2019. That's 3.5 years this guy's been on TV, and 3.5 years Corey Graves and whoever he's been sitting next to has not come up with the finisher of his move. I cannot see this being a great match if you don't have a finisher for this guy's move. They got to come up with something.
What would you have him do? Like a spinning powerbomb, a giant choke slam,
Nigerian smash, or something? Like call it something. Every time he does it, you just put on our TVs.
Okay.
Am I
How about
wrong?
just not put a or
I don't disagree with
There's
that.
no name to his finisher for the past 3.5 years. He debuted
Because he doesn't have they're building him as someone that any move he does can be a finisher, though, Jay. He could beat you with a body slam. He could beat you with a right hand. He could beat you with a clothesline.
We have to
because it's a giant hitting you.
Listen, if you're doing a weigh-in next week, you have to call a finisher versus a finisher. You can't just call F5 versus blank. What are you selling me on? Okay, if Brock hits the F5, what is Omos gonna hit? What is he gonna?
I have a feeling Brock ain't hitting shit.
No, I think it's gonna be a short match for sure.
Brock is gonna be in. Brock is going to be when we are watching Roman Reigns fight Cody Rhodes. If this is night 2, let's say, by the time this match is over, Brock will be in bed with the saber.
Look, guys. I think Brock made the best decision he ever made because I told you, once you get in a program with, I guess we could talk about later how Bray Wyatt is MIA in WrestleMania, which I hope that is the case. Don't come out greener on the other side. I think Brock did the best business. This will be a short match, and we will see Brock pick up over 400 pounds on his fucking shoulder and fucking F5.
Yeah,
There's
no,
a,
I agree with Mick Thomas. And WrestleMania 18, of course, was nice too. Triple H and Chris Jericho, but it's kind of sad that they have to go on after, Rock and Hogan, because the crowd was dead, dead after that match. It was over. Nobody was gonna.
I actually have that on DVD. That was awesome.
That's like if Eminem performed at the Garden and then Anthony had to follow him and rap right after.
I can't rap for shit. I'm too white.
It doesn't matter. It's all right. What does anybody have to say about The Miz? The Miz over here doing everything as usual.
Joke.
Why?
He's got a new thing though. WrestleMania the musical. You guys aren't excited about WrestleMania the musical?
No, I'd rather stab myself in the eye.
Is anybody excited about Logan Paul and his impulsive debut on Monday Night Raw?
He did
I like that.
Weren't we supposed to see? But weren't we supposed to see that tonight?
We did. We saw it. Impulsive TV. Here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that they would have done like the whole set that.
No. This is the WWE version of the set.
I thought he did well. I thought Logan Paul, hit all his marks during his promo. If you noticed tonight in the crowd in St. Louis, it was a hot crowd, and there was a lot of what chants tonight. I mean, surprisingly, even with some of the megastars out there. But I think they've been coached to just, push through it. I thought Logan Paul did a great job pushing through it. The only person who did acknowledge it was Rhea Ripley. We can talk about that later. But I thought this was great. I mean, once again, it ends with another.
He got knocked out again, man.
Perfect.
Yo,
Perfect.
Is Seth losing this match, guys?
No,
I don't think so.
No. Because if you did that 2 weeks straight, what you're telling us is Logan Paul's going to take the L in this match at WrestleMania. He's
knocked out again. He's on the floor again. He's selling for this kid. Nasty.
Fuck this guy.
I also don't see a clean finish in this match. I see something happening. Maybe Miz gets involved. There's no clear winner. I see something like that happening.
Stay tuned thinks Miz is going to interfere in this match. It's not impossible. He definitely
That's the second time that Bastard and I agreed on something.
But now here's the thing. Would you have the distraction happen on Logan's end? Like Logan gets distracted and then Rollins gives him the curb stomp?
There might be something like that. It doesn't matter. They're going to steal. I think they're going to steal the show because I saw what he did with Roman, and Seth is a little better than Roman. They're going to kill him.
If you're trying to steal the show, then you need to watch out how you fall out of the ring, because I really thought you hurt his ankle or something, because he looked like he landed a little bad there.
Who, Seth?
Yeah.
The dive was rough. The guys that caught him basically dropped him on his.
I thought he injured himself. I thought he injured something. I was like, oh snap! Like something's wrong, because it just landed like.
Don't worry, Mick. Cody Rhodes is gonna win. Don't worry.
They're like awkward.
That's a good call too. Actually, this might go into SummerSlam. Why not? I didn't even think about that. That's a great take. It could go right into SummerSlam. All right, now we see Dom. We see Damian Priest. They're going to come to the ring. And here's that musical I was telling you about. It's apparently on, I think, Apple Store and Spotify now. WrestleMania, the musical starring The Miz. I might have to watch this just out of curiosity and how bad it is.
That was the most cringiest thing I've ever seen.
I had a screenshot of it, but I deleted it. I didn't deem it worthy because I only do 100 screenshots per show. So sometimes it's hard to only do 100 on Raw because it's 3 hours and there's so much content, and especially when there's a good match like this. This was actually a good match. Johnny Gargano going to be fighting. I love how Grayson Waller's on Monday Night Raw, though, Jay.
For like a glimpse.
Doesn't matter. He's on there kicking Johnny's ass. Think about that aspect. Not only is on Raw, but they're showing him beating up Johnny Gargano.
Didn't like that segment. It made no sense to me.
But that's what I liked. Because they didn't really do that much, like bringing a storyline from NXT to the main roster, because he's doing both. I thought that was actually really cool. Regardless if it was like a smidge of a segment, like a smidge of a second, it's just they're telling you why he's got his ribs wrapped.
Yeah. No, I gotta give Dom credit. He's improved dramatically in the ring. He's much better wrestler right now, connecting with his shots, moving a little better.
The bumps,
and then mic skills, just to be able to get on the mic and
Yes.
doesn't struggle to get through what he's got to say anymore.
1000%. I was going to mention that. Did you see the spin bump he took?
Yes.
That was tremendous. Where did
And not only
that
that,
come
but
from?
he won, Tom. He's beating Johnny Gargano on Raw clean.
He should. I am so impressed with his match tonight.
Yo, Jay, look at Jay's face.
No, his bump taking, tremendous. It's gotten so much better.
Yeah, I'll give him
So
credit.
much
I'm not going to hate on him. I mean, I hated on him long enough. Dom's winning me over.
When he did the spin bump, I almost jumped out of my seat. I was like, where'd that come from? He's getting better. You know what? Mysterio, him and his dad are going to have a banger of a match at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't think his dad's probably not still working with him all the time.
Exactly.
He can fine-tune him up, especially now that he doesn't have to worry about putting on the tights anymore.
I got to say something about this show up till about this point. So usually when I watch Raw, I don't watch it like live a lot of the times because I like to fast forward through the commercials and I like to fast forward through some of the bullshit segments and some of the crappy, long wrestling. I had a hard time fast forwarding through anything up to this point tonight. That's how invigorating I was into this, and I thought the wrestling was good, and I thought all the storylines and the promos were just top notch. I was telling some buddies of mine, I was like, Raw is like fabulous tonight. Up to this point, I think it took a dive a little bit once the women came out.
Yeah. I have a shitload of things.
Damn, that's a tough take right now. You're not completely wrong, but Dom looked great tonight, and this kid in the chat made a good point about the ribs they showed Grayson Waller hurting the ribs. So this way the loss doesn't make Johnny look so bad because he was hurt. Come out there like Jay mentioned with the taped ribs. Either way, Johnny looked good tonight. He got off a lot of his spots. The match was good though, Jay. I actually enjoyed this match.
No, it was good. Believe it or not, I'm shocked that they had a good match. They worked well together.
They did. They really did.
I'm still not a fan of Dominic Mysterio because of his, I guess, wrestling style, but he is coming on his own as a character, and that showed tonight. This whole thing, I guess I wasn't really thinking that they were going to bring the wife and sister back in the whole story to get the father to fight, but I should have thought better. It looks like that's going to be the case this Friday.
Dom's impressive. He's selling well. He's connecting well. And his facials, his expressions, he has conviction when he speaks. He's buying into the whole facade that he is a WWE superstar because that's what he's starting to look like. He's starting to look like a superstar. And I never thought I would say that about
and Dominic looking like a meme, and Gargano is not going to WrestleMania this year.
Probably not. It's just crazy Dexter Lumis sitting on the sideline during that match. Like, that guy can go too, but, whatever. It's okay. That could have been a tag team match. Johnny and Dexter versus Damian and Dom. They could have did that too. I don't know. Whatever.
From the pre-show.
Yeah. More bloodline. But, Wise Man's telling the Usos they got to go get the fish. They got to go get the food. And, not you, Solo. You stay here. Don't you go anywhere. Edge had a promo tonight. Says, I tone it down so this way I can function in society. But Finn, you have no idea what I'm capable of. I've been baptized in the cell by the dead man himself. That place is my cathedral of pain. Hell could not handle your demons, you say, Finn? I know what you mean. I walk through the valley of shadow and death, blah, blah. I will fear no evil. He's like, I am evil in the valley. Leave Finn home and bring your demon to the devil. He'd like to meet him. Jay, I'll go to you first because you're a promo guy. What did you think of this promo?
Look, guys, I hate to be right, but I'm freaking right. I said it last week with the hell. Well, I got it right here. I grasped when you said hell can't handle your demons. I said it last week about the demon coming into this match. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. It looks like it's going to be demon versus some type of brood root. I'm feeling it. I'm getting the vibe with the whole background segment and the way he's talking. I think it's going to be some type of demon versus brood going on here.
How sick would it be if Christian and Gangrel weren't signed right now, and after Mania we got like a whole Brood versus the Judgment Day?
I would love to see a bloodbath after the match. I'm telling you right now, it hasn't happened in a while. I would love to see it.
What's crazy is Demon Finn versus Brood Edge. That sounds like a WrestleMania main event.
Yes,
it's crazy, and it's Hell in the Cell.
That should be like the
yes.
I mean, on paper, it sounds like that should steal the show. I like where this is going. Let's just see if they could, Listen, I'm not going to take anything away from Edge. I haven't been a fan of all his work from this year, really, to be honest. But I've seen the man wrestle in high spotlight matches, and his level of physicality, his aggressiveness, his intensity. Even when he had to lose to Roman Reigns and, he had a triple threat match, every shot he was given that night, Tom, and I'm sure you were paying attention, Edge was delivering that night.
A question about the Demon. Has he ever lost a match before?
No, I don't think so.
No, yeah, he did.
To who? Who?
Roman. Roman made him look like a joke at Hell in a Cell.
I forgot about that. Are you sure it wasn't Finn Balor?
No, it was. He brought the Demon.
Finn the Demon.
I'm gonna look that up. Roman Reigns versus Finn the Demon.
I know. I want to look.
Road to Extreme.
So one loss.
Extreme Rules. I don't know if he lost. I just see they did have a match.
No, he Roman beat the shit out of him.
That's terrible. That's terrible. All right, overall, though, let's get back to Edge real quick. Forget about the Tribal Chief. We'll get back to him. We have all night to talk about him.
No, I was gonna...
What about this promo, Tom? You have anything to say on it?
It was great. Once again, nothing I could fast forward through up to this point. I was just watching it all.
Tonight was a really good episode of Monday Night Raw. I had a lot of fun with tonight's episode. They made him look good. Rhea Ripley looked good. And then we got another surprise match that I was not expecting. SmackDown was actually good. I was watching it in my car, and I enjoyed SmackDown, to be honest. Sheamus, big shout out to Sheamus, Drew McIntyre going to WrestleMania with a triple threat. That's going to be a good match, man. Triple threat with Gunther.
Been a one-on-one.
Maybe, but a triple threat, these guys know how to work together. I think they're going to steal the show. They have great chemistry all together. I promise you they're going to put on a great match, man. But I was shocked to kind of see Bayley come out. I did not see this coming. Bayley comes out, and then Adam Pearce sends down an official, and we get a match between Rhea Ripley and Bayley, which on paper is like, that's a great match. Bayley looked good too. She looks much more comfortable in the ring. There was one point that I didn't like. She kind of gave away that she was like waiting and setting up like for a spot. But other than that, everything else was on point. Rhea looked great. And then we got to get these three coming out. Becky with the popcorn, Lita and Trish obviously looking good from 30 feet away. All right. And look at this, Bayley kicking ass too. Not only did they have a match, but she's out there just slamming around the winner of the Royal Rumble. She's slamming Rhea Ripley. Bayley to Philly. Look at that. Just pounding her out. Look at that. Look at that. It's facial by Rhea. Great match. This was actually a really good match. Of course, the ladies have to get involved. Damage Control gets involved. So the legends do what they do, beat the hell out of them. And Rhea Ripley is able to pick up the win with the Riptide, slamming Bayley. And that would be the end of that. So on that note, who's got to take?
I mean, as you said, the match was fine. Okay. But if you notice, the crowd wasn't into it, because how do you take a team of heels and go against another heel? You're confusing the crowd, and they weren't into it because it didn't make any sense unless you're trying to turn Rhea, into a face. That's what it almost seemed like. I mean, maybe Becky should have came down to the ring tonight by herself and speak to Rhea Ripley to set up something down the road, because a lot of people think Rhea might beat Charlotte for the belt. But I didn't understand. A total disconnect with me as far as storyline went. Match was fine, but I just didn't like, the participants.
I would love to see Grand Girl walk Edge to the ring. Yeah, great tag. Anthony, what'd you have to say?
The match was, I had fun with the match, but the segment made no sense. You had Rhea Ripley in there. What does Damage Control have to do with Rhea Ripley? And then while they're having the match, why are you having those three schlubs just walking on out?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because Rhea Ripley's coming in here like Batman tonight, man. She came in there, talk shit, kick ass.
But it's just illogical booking. Nothing made sense.
It did have a randomness about it tonight. Like, it was very random, wasn't expected. That's kind of why I liked it, because we got a match out of it. If it would have been just all yip yap and talking and just, spots and people coming out, but we actually got a match. I was hyped. I was like, oh shit, wrestling on a wrestling show.
Triple H.
I'm with it. Tonight's episode, I was with good storytelling and wrestling.
It was a Triple H show.
I would have liked to see Cody wrestle, though.
Nah, yeah.
That's all right. That's just me.
I mean,
it is what it is. Rhea Ripley gets a win. All right, Anthony, I'll go to you first. What do you think about this? Otis, the sexiest man in the world, bagging all the hoes, bagging them all, man. He's like the Godfather out here. You got nothing on this yet?
Are we doing like another Otis and like Mandy Rose storyline with this?
Better. No, this is better now because Otis is evolving. Otis is perfecting his manscaping. I think the beard's got to go.
What is going on here? You are straight up burying Chad Gable and Otis.
Probably
with this maximum male models.
I can't say burying because they're getting TV time. They're getting matches. I mean, speaking of Gable's going to have a match right after this. And guess what? He had a match against Ricochet, and he showed the world how good of a wrestler he is in a matter of 10 minutes.
Gable, that match was, to me, fantastic. I love that match. But, like, for segment purposes, like, Triple H took LA Knight away from that because it was hurting him. That's what this is doing to Otis and Chad. Like,
listen, I understand why you see that. Jay, how about you? You got anything on this?
Sorry.
This screenshot? No, you're good.
All I could think is, honestly, Jay doesn't care about this tag team. But all I'm going to say is, I think we will see the breakup, and I think we will see Gable after WrestleMania having a single run. I think they will break up at WrestleMania.
I like that take. Total Tom, what do you have to say about this right here? This picture, what does it make you feel?
Well, I'm all about Maxine. I love her, but I agree with Jay.
Okay. All right. I can't knock it. I can't knock it at all. But like that match I was talking about, this was a banger of a match. I had so much fun with it. Ricochet is so damn good, so smooth, so crisp, and Gable is just as good. I would say Gable's a better wrestler, a better technical wrestler, but as far as like professional wrestler goes, these guys are both on the same level. They can get in the ring and go have a match. You barely saw the spots being called. Excellent sequences, no mistakes. There was one thing that looked like a mistake, but I don't know if it was. Jay, remember when Gable had him in the corner and just dumped him on his head? Yes. What do you think that was? Was that a mistake or was that a spot?
I think they kind of they weren't sure where they were going with it. And if you saw Gable's face, he wanted to, like, he had some concern.
Yeah, he looked like he hurt. Like he would. Yeah, you're right. But everything else was on point, on perfect. The storyline continues with Otis over here. He's going to be walking away with Maxime Dupree. Ricochet is going to do his finishing maneuver, the shooting star finish, and get the win. Braun's out there with him, looking good. This is my pick for that tag team match, by the way. I think they're going to win.
No.
They sell merch, guys. They sell more merch than other guys.
But I mean, you gotta look at the logical side of it. Like, they're gonna go with Street Profits because they've been winning. They've been kicking ass.
Gable Steven is not overrated. He's not. He's actually underrated. He's pound for pound one of the toughest guys in that locker room in real life.
He's done.
Probably, but he's still a badass.
They lost confidence in him. He's done. Seriously, look it up. He's done.
All right. How about this whole shenanigan of a match where, Bianca on TV wrestling these high-profile matches, and she's just sitting there, and this is Bianca. This is a Bianca match.
No mercy.
I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. She has to completely get rid of that for me to take her serious.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. I want to never see that again.
I 100% agree with you on that.
I'm gonna have a take on this. I think that Belair should still come up top at WrestleMania, but lose the title against an upcoming NXT main event roster debut the next night.
I love Bianca. I love her athleticism, but she needs to remove the spot calling. And again, there's a reason why I love her. Look what she's doing. Right. She has Piper Niven on her shoulders like it's nobody's business. Obviously, there was a little assistance there from the rope carrying Piper Niven to begin with. So there was no real lifting up having to happen, but still impressive nonetheless. She's walking around with, I would assume, what is probably 275 to 300 pounds.
300.
Well, I mean,
easy.
Well, I mean, if you're like, if you don't want to hurt yourself, like injure yourself like a week before WrestleMania.
Another thing I don't like about Bianca Belair, I want to talk about that clip before when Asuka was attacking her. You notice that Belair put her hands up, right, waiting for the kick, and she didn't even sell it that great. I don't like that. I'm sorry, you're the champion. You got to put people over, and you didn't just do that. You're just going to put your hands and block it, and she didn't even throw the kick yet.
You see all that gold back there, boys?
Like,
Asuka's taking some gold home with her after WrestleMania, and that's just the way it's going to be.
All she's taking is her
honestly,
and that's it.
Tom, do you agree with me? What do you think? Who do you think's winning that match? Bianca or Asuka?
Yeah, I really don't care, but I do want to know what Jay thinks is going to happen on Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. Like, who do you think from NXT is going to challenge?
All right, save that for the end of the show because we're going to talk about NXT at the end of the show.
I thought you had someone in mind already. Okay.
Let him think about it.
I would have said Mandy Rose, but obviously they thought.
Let's not go off the rails, boys. We still got a little Monday Night Raw left. We got Asuka over here. I think she looks great. I think this is Triple H booking it. Speaking of NXT, Tom, your answer to your fucking question is right in front of you right after this segment because you see Braun Breaker in a Snickers commercial with someone I'm very happy to see, and maybe I'm hoping this is a sign that AJ is on his way to recovery, or at least they're keeping him in the loop by putting him in commercials like this. So I think Braun Breaker is the first guy we'll see from NXT. Reminder, Roman Reigns is your main event tonight, and there he is. He's in the ring with his title solo, the wise man. And who's going to come out and interrupt him? None other than Cody Rhodes. And this was a great segment, all right? Even for a city like St. Louis, all right? Who's bad in football, bad in baseball, and bad in many things. So if you're from St. Louis, I feel bad for you. But let's continue with the show.
Yeah, Roman comes out pretty good.
What?
Cardinals are pretty good. I watch baseball.
Pretty good. When was the last time they won a World Series?
They won one, like, I forgot when, but they did win one.
Yeah, exactly. You forgot because nobody gives a shit. All right. Now, out comes Cody Rhodes. Normally, I would say St. Louis. What do you want to talk about? But I think I know what you want to talk about. They've been warning me to, not make it personal, not get into the personal business of the bloodline. And I've heard you talk about that, everything. Mr. Heyman, you have some kind of Cody Rhodes problem. I'd love it if you could define it for me what you mean by problem. Heyman tries to interject. Rhodes says, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the tribal chief. Roman says, you're not the problem. What you represent now, that's the problem. Oh man, he's like, everybody here, you're trying to be like your father. You're trying to be a professional wrestler. Roman says, I'm a fighter, which in turn has made me be a megastar. You come in here, you say all these things that you're going to do. Look at your track record. You didn't want to do Stardust, you ran away. You started a company that you couldn't get over in. Then you ran away again, you came here, you actually got over, but then your body gave out on you, your pec went pop. April 2nd, you're not finishing anything. All you have is a lotto ticket. Your real moment is going to be April 3rd when you wake up and look in the mirror and confront the adversity again. And when you look in the mirror, you're going to have to make a choice that your dad would be proud of, or otherwise you're going to do what you always do and run away like a little bitch. Cody goes on to say, no one needs to bring my father into this one more time. If I hear it, I'm going to vomit. My brother works elsewhere. The only thing you're going to see at Mania is me. You want to talk about family? My mean-ass Cuban mother would say to knock that boy out, kick you down, and kick you again for good measure. April 3rd, you have to wake up without those titles. Jay is going to leave you, and then Jimmy's going to leave you. You won't have the Usos. You won't have Solo. Solo, you think you're ready? You're not ready. Solo's going to leave you too. When Solo leaves, Paul Heyman's going to become your advocate again. It will be a Roman without a Reigns and a Chief without a tribe. And then we basically just see Roman not say anything. Roman just leaves. Solo decides to get a little brave. Cody Rhodes goes on to block the Samoan spike, and Roman actually stops Solo. It's a stop. Let's go. I'll go to Tom first. Tom, give me your breakdown on this segment, and then if you want, your prognosis for Raw the entire night.
I mean, this is, once again, just, pure gold when it comes to the Bloodline storyline. They're so smart in how they're writing all the promos for the wrestlers. I mean, I can't say all of it's being written for them. A lot of it's coming from their heart, but the general direction of what they're supposed to say, not supposed to say, I think it's really been the best storyline I've seen in my life. And that's a long time of watching wrestling, 40 years. I mean,
that's crazy. I can't go that far, but I can understand why.
And overall, as I said, I thought the Raw was fabulous tonight. I thought from start to finish, I found myself engaged in every segment for the most part.
How about you, Anthony? Did you like this main event?
Oh, that was, I think that everything that had to be said was said.
Okay.
Tonight.
I agree with that.
Cody finally, he looks like they made him look like a champion tonight. In my opinion, they made Cody Rhodes look like a champion.
Okay. I agree with that.
Because for weeks, like ever since he won the Royal Rumble, all we were hearing was,
welcome back, Anthony. It's nice to see you on the show.
For weeks, all it was just
Jay's crying.
All it was just, oh, my dad, your dad, Cody's dad, that's all it was.
A lot of daddy talk.
Yeah, and now it's like Cody put a rest to it and was like, yo, shut the hell up, I've had enough.
Well, it's good timing, man. I mean, we're less than, what is it? We got less than 10 days, man.
Yeah.
Shit's getting crazy out here. I can't even believe Mania is right around the corner. Jay, we don't even have any plans for it. I don't know if we're watching it. I don't know what.
Watch it somewhere, somehow.
Next year, I'm going to plan some kind of crazy WrestleMania live stream watch party so we can watch it. I can do commentary on it. We'll have some people there. The Savage Kingdom will grow in the next 365 days. I can assure you of that. We will have people that will want to come and hang out and watch Mania and have a good time and enjoy it. But we are getting Mania soon. But before Mania...
Hold on, Mick. Raw was not a 10. Hold on. It wasn't
Hold on. It was good. But let's give a shout out to Andy Kaufman. May he rest in peace. This is long overdue, in my opinion. The man who literally slingshotted professional wrestling into a whole nother ballpark. At that time, wrestling and entertainment had nothing to do with each other. Wrestling and Hollywood had nothing to do with each other. And this man is the reason why that bridge was gapped, and all the different things that have happened since have all been because of what he and Jerry the King Lawler were able to accomplish. And I'm very happy to see him get into the Hall of Fame. If you don't know who the hell this is, go look him up. Go watch the infamous slap from Jerry the King Lawler. Dark Side of the Ring did a very good episode on it, covering it. It was awesome. But night one main event. I'm calling it. This needs to be the night one main event.
Yeah.
It has to be. We already talked about that. Now we'll talk about this. Anything else you want to say about Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief? Jay, it's your turn. I know you got a take. It's all yours.
Thank you. I hope I have the time. Okay, my turn.
We're up.
Yeah, we're all out of time, guys. Thank you for watching Wrestling with Savage. You're good.
You're doing a Dave LaGreca. don't know.
Sorry, Jay.
I don't know. Well, I got the time. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right. I thought this was a great segment, but weird at the same time for me. I like how Cody came out strong, because you have to come out strong and say something for us to remember how this is going to go down. So I did appreciate that. I think it's just a little weird for me, the fact that Solo has not lost a match. He's booked so strong, no matter where you book him. And for Cody to say, well, you're not ready, yada, 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 I guess you could connect that sort of how he went through in his past, I guess, with Randy and all that. It seems like a stretch for me. For me personally, if I'm interpreting it, it's like, why would you say that when this guy hasn't even lost? You understand? So that's just a little weird for me. But overall, I thought it was good. Roman sold the hell out of I thought he did a tremendous selling at the point where was it? When Cody said you're about to lose the titles, that long pause was just what we needed. But that's just me. I don't know how you guys feel about the Solo take, but that's just how I feel about it.
Tom, you got anything on Solo Roman? Or is that the King of Rock, Rick Recon with Dave LaGreca? That thing is going to be worth less than the paper it's printed on.
No, I already gave my take on Raw. I'm glad. I wanted to hear what Jay had to say.
Anthony, you got anything on the final shit, or do you want to keep it going? Because tomorrow night we do have a big show. We have NXT, our late night talk show, one of our most popular shows. We have a big community, and we have a lot to talk about tomorrow because the road to WrestleMania is almost at a close. And these two men are going to go at it. Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker. I wonder if we're going to see some vignettes, maybe some physicality. Find out tomorrow on Wrestling with Savage when we cover NXT at 10:30 p.m. And then Wednesday, make sure you come back for AEW Late Night Talk, where we'll be talking about probably what's going to be a great match. Kenny Omega is taking on that superstar that does that like 850 splash springboard off the... Jay, you know about that guy?
I don't know about the guy. Who is that guy? Tell me that guy.
I don't even know who the guy is. I just know he's good. I know he's good.
And he must be good.
If
you know he's good, then
they're putting him on Dynamite. From the clips I've seen, I'll look for a clip. I'll see if I can show it. But yeah.
I honestly don't. I don't.
Stick with us on Dynamite. Thank you. Appreciate that. We're not done yet, though. We got to talk about upcoming events. This Friday, you can see Crowbar kick the shit out of Rick Recon, and you can listen to me boo the holy hell out of David LaGreca live at ISPW in Tom's hometown. I'll be coming there, Tom. I'm sure you're going to take good care of me because I'm just a guest in Totowa.
Yeah, whatever you want to eat.
All right, man. Wrestling 80s Con over here. Coming May 6th, 2023. I will be there. Tom will be there. I think Anthony and Jay will be there. Gilch will be there. It's going to be a fun day. I have
But will Marty be there?
Who?
But will Marty Jannetty be there?
Yes. And listen, Marty, I talked to Marty. Me and Marty are on good terms. He's doing great. He's doing fantastic. And Savage and the Savage Kingdom Promotions only has the best for our talent. There's no one in the game that does it the way me and the hand Gilch does. You understand? We take care of our talent in a way that they will never forget. They will call us for work.
Nice.
We won't have to call them. And we're getting there. This is going to be our first major signing under the Savage Kingdom Promotion label. So we're going to have a good time. We are going to have No Mercy there. We're going to have plenty of surprises. We're going to have all kinds of championship titles you can take pictures with. Crowbar is going to come and put Marty Jannetty in a headlock. If he finds Totowa Tom will get body slammed according to Crowbar.
Yep.
What else?
Unless I have backup.
I'll be there. Savage will be there, and I will be on full patrol, making sure that I cover everything at 80s Con, talk to everyone. You know, my goal is I'm going to try to get everybody to come over and hang out with Marty for a couple of minutes. You know,
going to stay tuned. I thought Cody smiling towards the end on SmackDown when they hugged was the perfect thing. I thought you have to keep your eyes on the prize, especially when Cody's main eventing Roman Reigns. You have to at least show the guy that connect them all. So I thought that was a great shot right there on SmackDown when Cody was smiling.
SmackDown was great. I like SmackDown. I liked all their stuff on SmackDown. But yeah, Wrestling 80s Con, Morristown, New Jersey. Make sure you come visit us. I got to talk about this because this is an upcoming event that I will 100% be at as soon as 80s Con is finished. Create a Pro Homecoming live from the All Sports Melville Center. And this is a homecoming.
Jam-packed.
MJF has no idea what's coming to him, Tom. I'm going to go. I'm going to meet him. I'm going to get my little autograph on my chair and all my little figures. I'm going to mark out for a couple of minutes.
Oh, it wasn't a shot. Stay tuned. I'm just giving my.
And then MJF is going to be in store, whether he likes it or not. See, what's going to happen, Tom, is I'm going to go off. This is the truth, guys. This is the truth. I'm going to go off, Jay, and MJF's going to try to shut me down.
I think you're gonna be there like 9 a.m. or some shit, like in the parking
lot.
Well, I'm like waiting for this guy.
I'm in the process of purchasing a vendor table there. I'm hoping that I could get one set up right there and do my thing. And
be honest, what time are you gonna be there? Be honest, don't lie.
Well, I don't think this even has a time yet. It doesn't even have a time yet.
You usually start in the afternoon. What time will you be there?
I'll probably be there at 3:00.
Like 3, like 2. That's probably like 2 or 1.
I promise you this before I go and say one word on camera. And Anthony, I need you there for this. You have to be my cameraman to film this history.
Oh,
you can't? Oh my God.
I'm gonna be working in Rochester that whole fucking day.
Isn't MJF worth not going to work?
My job is like all hands on deck with grad season.
Tell him you're dying. You got corona. You're sick. You can't do it.
I could probably pull that like 2 days before.
You got corona. You got the COVID, man.
Let me wait till 2 days before that show to pull that.
Look at Tom has a nice finger. Look at that long finger.
It's my big thumb.
Upcoming event. Sabu enters the Battlefield Crash Course this Sunday, March 26th. There's a couple of tickets left. I will be there. I encourage you to come on down. We have some great matches lined up. I'll be on a commentary. DeMarcus Kane taking on Atavalu. You have Primetime Heat, SPF, Tim Theory, and Ox Adams in a triple threat tag team match. Man Bun Jesus is taking on Snitsky. It's going to be a bad day. By the way, Man Bun Jesus will be on this show on Thursday for my preview for this show. We will also have Superstar V Marino on this show and multiple other BPW superstars. Snitsky is going to have something to say. He's going to send me in a little promo. Bull James is going to have something to say when he takes on Lance Anoa'i. That's going to be a pretty good match. You have the Brian Kendrick taking on Encore. That's going to be a banger. Joey Martinez taking Alpha Jr. And what I've seen from Alpha Jr. as of late, I wouldn't want to fight that guy right now. He's been killing it. Danny D'Amato, legend, is going to be murdered and executed by Phil Insane live at the Battlefield this Sunday. Can't wait to see it. Andrew Anderson's taking on Philadelphia Playboy. You have Vinnie Mac taking on Sean Maluda. And V Marino, superstar V Marino, taking on Nolan Pierce. And Nolan Pierce has been very good at what he does. Just to give you an example of what's going on over there at the Battlefield, I have a little video that I'd like to play for you. It's not long. Just gives you an idea.
I don't have a clue what he... Phil Insane, oh my goodness, here we go! Oh, wow. Can't believe it, that's insane. And again, this match is over. The other day I was with Trey, he was City. Let's be back. Oh! No! Let's go! Now BPW. You know, he should have cheated. It doesn't always pay off if you can't execute. Oh, man. It looks for Anderson. Oh, boy! It's our boy, Sean! Shawnee. Playboy and everybody. Oh, look. Tip off the distraction. There was hump kick variety ripcord. Oh! There's some cornbread. Front up the belly a little bit. Some cornbread. That's some cornbread. Brandon Scott. He's tapping him out. Oh, he's tapping him out.
Oh my God.
Woo.
Human.
Oh.
The dark alley. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Mark
He's not done yet. He gives him the finger. Oh. Another one.
Earlier, he said he has something ready.
Out of this show, BBW is stepping in. He's not done yet.
A lot of action though at BPW. Go, what's up, Jay?
Ladies and gentlemen, your new Battleground champion, the great Brian Country, who won this past Saturday. And Bully Ray was included in that tournament, guys.
That's right, man. And speaking of the deathmatch god here, Matt Cardona will be entering the battlefield April 30th. And we'll have some matches lined up for that soon for you. But right now, you want to get your butt down to Crash Course this Sunday. You can also watch it live on the Premier Streaming Network. Listen to Savage on commentary. Pre-order it now. Premier Streaming Network. Also, go follow my boys on the podcast. You can listen anytime on Spotify or Apple Store. Battlefield Pro Wrestling Official Podcast. They do some great job. We have sponsored Outlaw Wrestling. Outlaw has a new gig. They're going to be working with Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone will be streaming all of the Outlaw Wrestling shows for now, at least.
My neck of the woods.
This is going to be the first one here in Patchogue. If this goes well, the sky is the limit. Rolling Stone is huge. This is huge news for Outlaw Wrestling. This is huge news for Savage. Stay tuned. It's going to get interesting.
Do they have
Also,
all the shows on Thursday nights?
No, they have shows on Thursdays and Saturday nights. That one there is going to be on a Thursday. This is going to be at Patchogue. And then there's going to be 2 shows in May. The first one will be the second. Actually, on that month, they're both going to probably be on a Thursday night.
That's rough for me here.
Yeah.
Work nights.
I feel you. I trust me, man. I get it, man. But again, you got the COVID, remember?
I have COVID?
Yeah. You're not feeling well. You can't go to work.
Oh,
Take off Thursday, Friday. Make it a 4-day vacation, man. Also, April 28th, Invictus in Bloom. I'll be there to support PJ Savage. There's a lot going down. I want to talk about this. July 1st, Bully Ray's taking on Matt Cardona at the Battleground ECW Arena. We got another rematch here, and that's going to be for the Icons of Wrestling Convention Fan Fest, the Summer Sizzler. And guess what? Savage has a table there too, and I'll be there running wild. That same way I did before when I was running wild with Jake Hager, when I was running wild with Rhino and Rob Van Dam and Nightingale. It's going to be a good time. And look at that, Demolition, Tom. Demolition's going to be there. They're already announced. So I'm going to go out of my way to buy a Demolition figure, sealed. I know it's expensive. Let's go find out how expensive it is, guys. And by the way, while I look this up, go ahead. What's up?
Go back to the Vinnie Mac match for Sunday.
Vinnie Mac?
Yeah. I don't know if you remember. Remember, Savage, do you remember at the last show?
Yeah, they were fighting in the...
Yeah.
Of course I remember.
That was great.
That was great.
I legit thought that somebody was messing with Vinnie Mac. Like it was like a fan or something, and Vinny just started beating the shit out of him. At first, and then I was like, oh, that's what happened.
They're going to have a good match. They're going to have
Did anybody notice tonight the young fan who dressed up like Savage in a suit? It was right behind the announcer's table.
I did not.
You didn't see that?
Oh,
I did not. But look at these figures, Tom. $299. That's not bad, right? For the set, $299.
Wow.
$250 on Macari right there. Yeah, that's the classic one.
Why don't you talk to Tommy Fierro? He's the president of their fan club.
Yeah.
Of Demolition's fan club?
Yeah, he's president of the Demolition fan club. So
that's badass.
You could work something out with him, I'm sure.
He's going to still hit me probably for one of these prices. If he has it. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these are his. Tom? Tommy might have them. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I could also hit up Jack from the wrestling universe too. But this one, I don't think he has these. These are hard to find, Tom.
Yeah, they love Tommy, though. They put him in charge of that fan club. They really
That's awesome, man. But the fan club ain't getting no new figures.
Oh, and
no, it would be an older figure, probably.
No, there is no, I'm saying, like, sealed. Brand new sealed. Like, they're not pumping them out anymore. These are hard to come by. Demolition probably don't even have them anymore.
Right. You'd have to see in his store. I'll look. Next time I'm in his store, I'll look.
Okay, that works out. I do need to come to his store eventually. I definitely want to see it. Shout out to this guy. He might be joining us for NXT tomorrow night. Might be Dusty with NXT, or NXT with Dusty, I should say. There's me and the future WWE champion of the world, Cody Rhodes. Great guy. Claimed. Big time, bigger main event, New York. A good time. I had a good time. That's what I like to do. Set up my little table. Have a good time, man. Talk to you.
I feel like next time I link up with you, I gotta wear like a button down or something. Like, feel like, who's this guy at the loud head of the table shirt next to this guy with the suit?
Why didn't you come on for Crowbar yesterday?
Oh, I was been down with something.
Not you, Jay.
No, Jay was on. I saw him commenting.
I was on the chat, but
what does that have to do with being on the screen?
Listen, I had too many questions, and you guys saw it. I had questions about Ace Darling and him, and why they even booked them in singles, and why they had him fighting. I wanted to know if JR was created in '97 and '99.
Yeah, so why didn't you come in and
why
ask
they even
him
broke them up?
yourself?
I like asking these questions, but you know, I let you take over with your New York versus New Jersey things and going on. So.
Nah, Tom, tonight, no Dave LaGreca signed tonight, Tom.
Oh, he took off those signs.
Yeah. I gotta refix my whole thing now that I'm working off a phone. I gotta figure this out.
Did I miss anything?
Show, guys. It was a good show. You guys did one hell of a job.
Thank you.
And Crowbar is he's fun as hell, man. He's very loose, and when he gets in, man, he gets in. He talks about anything. I feel like you ask him about any question, he'll just stay there and do.
No, it was a fun interview. It will be one that I'm sure many people will watch over the next 10 years, 20 years, because at the end of the day, if you're a huge Crowbar fan or a huge fan of a wrestler, you want to see all that content when they did an interview. And I think that what we did yesterday with him, Tom, will stand out, especially if we do it again and you look like this and sound like this. Oh, man.
I got to fix everything, yeah.
You're good to go. The phone is all you need. You don't need nothing else.
Yeah, this was good.
Your phone is perfect. You've lagged. I mean, you're going to go back and watch this later. You'll see the perfection.
Right.
All right. Today, you look like Bobby Roode without the neck surgery, pre-neck surgery. All right. Yesterday, you were looking like neck surgery, Bobby. I hope Bobby's okay. Anybody else want to say anything else before we go end this show? That was a good show.
It was.
I may be able to do April 30th, by the way, for Battlefield.
Hey, man. Either way, I'll be there. I don't have a choice. So Savage doesn't have.
Well, no, yeah, I'll let you know when it gets closer.
Let's worry about fucking March.
I'm interested in the Battleground. I'm interested in Battleground because I didn't even know they were on the pay-per-view Saturday. I started flicking channels, and I saw Bully Ray, all these people I knew. I was like, damn, I knew all these.
But the pay-per-view quality is bad, right?
It was a little bad.
It's just like last time in December.
Like, what was that event that you went to? You were at Santa.
That was ECW Arena, December.
Yeah, that was also kind of the same quality.
Did you hear about the fan that busted into the ring yesterday?
No. Oh.
Yeah, somebody got kicked out. He pushed the rail. He went out and attacked two wrestlers. They threw his ass out. I had a video of it on Facebook. I'm not going to even attempt to look for it now. If I find it, I'll send it to you later in the group. But this was a good show. We'll be back tomorrow for NXT, Wednesday night for AEW, and Thursday for the Battlefield preview. And I'll have some real superstars on this show with me. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Tom, thank you. Jay, thank you. Anthony, thank you. Everybody have a good night and catch us right here next time live on Wrestling with Savage. Jay's gone. Tom's gone. Anthony's gone. I'm fucking gone. Why are you yelling? I'm excited.
That's it.
Nice stiffy.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you guys. No, please don't stop the applause. I understand. I gotta go, guys. I know you love me. I love you too. I appreciate all of you. Guys, calm down. All right, it's gonna be okay, baby. Boom!